Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming something completely different than what I obviously normally film. Today I'm going to be doing a story time about all of the times while I worked at Ulta Beauty that we were robbed. When I tell you guys all of the times, it happened so many times that I cannot like tell you every single time that something happened because it just happened so often. So I'm just gonna tell you guys like one story in particular that was insane. But yeah, so I'm just gonna get right into it because it still blows my mind to this day. And also too, really quickly, I'm gonna apologize. I do have the AC running. It's hot today. So yeah, so like I said, I'm just gonna get right into it. But so I was working at Ulta Beauty. I was working for Benefit, the eyebrow company. I'm a licensed esthetician if you didn't know that. And I was eyebrow waxing there. And while I was working, this was around holiday season, and we would get little petty thefts every now and then, especially during the holiday season, because I don't know. But other stores would call us every now and then, be like, hey, we just got robbed. They might come to your store, so like be on the look, see who's coming into the store and whatnot. And out of nowhere, we're all just like not chilling. We are all just like working. We're on the sales floor. It's a Friday afternoon. It's like pretty busy. It's like I said, it's holiday season. And so I'm standing over here, like we're all kind of out around the store. And out of nowhere, you just see this huge group of, I want to say like probably like 8 people walk into our store. And when they walk into our store, they like, also if you hear anything, that's Julian. He's on the floor crawling around. But you just see them come into the store, and like not only do they come into the store, they grab our Ulta store bags. And that's one thing at Ulta, every time we were robbed, they would take our bags. So it got to the point at one point where we had like no shopping bags because people who were coming in to steal would just grab our store bags. But anyways, so they come in, and right when I see that big of a group of people, I just knew. I knew in my brain, like, we are gonna get robbed. This has happened before. Like, this wasn't new to us still. Even though, like, this time in particular is, like, so stuck in my brain, it wasn't new to us. And so, I run up to the front to the cashier, and it was this girl named Myra. And I say, Myra, like, call the cops, call the cops. And she was like, I know, like, I'm trying to figure it out. But the thing is, on the Ulta store phones, you can't just hit 911 and it calls 911. You have to hit like star 6 4 8 9. You have to hit all these crazy numbers before you can actually call out to a number. You have to hit all these crazy numbers before you can actually call the police. It's kind of like, I don't know if you guys, how you guys had it, but at school you couldn't just dial your parents' phone number. You had to hit like a few extra numbers before actually being able to like hit the area code and call, whatever. And so she's like trying to call, everybody's trying to call on like our coworkers, they're trying to call on their phones. But while this is all happening, one of the MAC girls, because we had a MAC counter in our Ulta, one of the MAC girls, she was standing at her counter like she normally would, and one of the girls walks past her and says, oh, I like your hair, or I like your lipstick, or like complimenting her. And she was like, oh, thank you, and like she's not thinking about like that they're coming in here to rob us, which it's like normal. Like they would do that. They would talk to us, they would compliment us. Like if you weren't like, not everybody looks super suspicious. Like this group did because of how big of a group they did, but they didn't always look suspicious. So sometimes you'd be like, oh, hi, welcome in. They'll be like, oh, hi, how are you? Like talk to us, like have full on conversations with us, which I think is kind of hilarious. But anyways, so we so I'm like telling the girl at the front, like, call the cops, call the cops, call the cops. And we had our store manager, he was actually there at the time, and then we had, I believe, 2 of our other assistant like managers there. And these people these people literally, like I said, they take our Ulta store bags, walk up to the fragrance, and just start dumping all of the fragrance that's on the shelves. And Ulta's policy is you have to have, I believe, 3 of each size. So let's say we have like Aqua di Gio, you have this size, and this size, like the 0, like the 0.3 ounce, 1.7, 3.4, so on and so forth. And so you have all of those ounces, but you have to have like 3 of each ounce on the shelf. So it's kind of, bless you. And so it's kind of just like, you have a lot of fragrance out. And so they just started shoveling all of this perfume into their bags, and they do not care. There's customers in the store like, what are you guys doing? Like, literally, like, everybody is in shock because, like I said, the store was kind of packed. It was holiday season. It was a Friday, and they were just like, oh, it's on sale. It's on sale. Like, what do you mean? Like, these people did not care. And so they are just like, again, just shoveling it, and all you hear is the fragrance sensors just go because they're motion activated. So like, if I have a fragrance bottle and I'm going like this, it's gonna start going beeping. Or if you have it in like your shopping bag, sometimes like it goes off. Like if you're walking around the store for a long time, it just goes off. So all you hear is thousands, it seems like, of these sensors, and you have to imagine they pretty much swept majority of our fragrance. So like I said, there was had to have been like 6 of them, and each of them has like a bunch of bags that they're shoveling into. So majority of our fragrance was gone. Mainly, I believe it was like men's fragrance, and then also like women's Chanel, the more expensive high-end fragrance. So it was majority of the high-end fragrance. And so they are walking out to leave they're done. They've spent their time with us, and one of my coworkers had said something like, don't worry, like, you guys are on camera, like, da 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 da, like we caught you, like, don't even worry about it. And they like took it as like a sign of like, oh, we don't care. And we had fragrance gift sets, like, you know, you guys know the ones that they sell at like Macy's and stuff, like the lotions, the fragrance, some other crap with them, like those. We had a huge like tower of them at the front of the store, and these ones were particularly the girls in this group. There was a group of men and women. The girl, she just grabs them and literally is like laughing as she's like putting them in, and it sucks because you have like customers there, and the whole store kind of just like stops when things like this happen. Like, nobody's checking anybody out. Like, everybody's like trying to just see what's happening. The customers are trying to see what's happening. You as employees are trying to see what's happening. And so before they even get out of the store, our assistant manager is like standing in the middle of them in fragrance, and she's just like standing there, and everybody's like, you better move, like they're gonna hit you. Like, they do not care. And they literally just walk out of the doors and run to their car. That's it. And so like, they left. They were gone. And then later, I want to say like a couple months, not months, like maybe a few weeks later, they are like a group. Like, they do this. They told us that they go up and down, because I live in California. They go up and down the entire state of California and just like rob Ultas. Like, this is what they do. And it was just like so crazy to like find that out, that like this is what these people do. And it is like crazy. And when I tell you guys, when I worked at Ulta, this happened all the time. It got to a point where it was happening every single day, and I left Ulta, or like every other day. It happened a lot, and that was actually my reason for leaving Ulta. I had just found out I was pregnant with Julian. I was literally only like 7-8 weeks. I was still I was really early in my pregnancy still, but due to the fact that like we were getting robbed every single day, or like every shift, it seemed like, because I worked Tuesday through Saturday, and I was there for 8 hours a day, and literally it just happened like either right when I walked in, right before I was leaving, in the middle of the day. Like, it literally just happened so often. It was insane. And I remember shortly after I quit Ulta, yeah, a video had surfaced on Facebook, and it wasn't the group that had particularly came to my store, but it was another group, and it literally just showed a video of like what they would do at our stores. And it's just like crazy, because it wasn't just our store, it was literally all of the stores around us. There was, I believe that day, they went to 5 different stores in our like area, because I live in the Bay Area. It's pretty, we go from here to here. Like, we have a lot of cities within the Bay Area, and literally almost every other city has an Ulta. And so literally they went from like, I think it was like San Mateo, Cupertino, they just went to literally almost every store. Sorry, there's something in my eye. They literally just like went to like every store, like every other store, and it like amazed us all that they just could do that. But yeah, that was just a quick little story time about one of the times I got robbed at Ulta. And yep. But yeah, that was just a really random story time that I just wanted to share. I don't know why. I think like on my like YouTube suggestions list, it was like why I quit Ulta Beauty, and then it just made me really think about it. And then I put a poll on Twitter. I was like, do you guys want to see that video of like just the story time of the time we were robbed, one of the 100 times we were robbed. And let me tell you guys, I didn't work there for long. I started there in September and I left in April. Like, however freaking many months is that? Not long. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I have really random stories that I think I'm just gonna start sharing because why the heck not? But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe. This, like I said, this isn't part of my like normal programming I do on my channel, but who knows, it could be, because like I said, I just have a lot of shit I could tell. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!